Guys, when you mention the fractionated wheat germ extract, I know some people think wheat and they're going to go, oh no, I can't take it then. I'm not going to take this pill. Too bad. Can you make it without that? So, Andre, can we make it without that? Do we need to? What's the story?
Well, there is a trace amount of gluten, obviously being a wheat origin, the germ. But there are three things. One, the proprietary technology that the veterinary science group developed and perfected, which we have today, in the enzymatic extraction process, the gluten and the gliadin is inactivated. Now, what does that mean? That means is when you take regular bread, of course, and you take the BiomeMedic capsule, there is a huge difference. One, regular wheat, if you look at the ppm, let's just say, you're looking at ppm, parts per million.
Okay, parts per million, okay.
That means you know how many milligrams per kilogram of that is in the product. And wheat flour, for example, has a protein content of 8 to 12%, let's just say. That relates to about 5,500 parts per million, okay? Now, what the FDA sets for people with gluten intolerance or celiac disease is a 20 ppm, 20 parts per million,
all right,
milligram per kilogram, okay, per serving. What we have in BiomeMedic is actually not even a gram, so not even a milligram. It's so small that according to a study that was published by the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition 10 years ago, which conducted a double-blind randomized placebo study with 49 celiac patients, biopsy certified or proven celiac patients. They established that the safe threshold of gluten intake for those patients is 50 milligrams a day. So again, 50 milligrams compared to not even a milligram, and we're really talking micrograms.
So I've been asked this question many times, and the answer is that a gluten-free pasta could be 20 parts per million. And you're going to eat potentially 300 or 400 grams of a gluten-free pasta in a meal, right? We're giving you 1/3 of 1 gram of something that is 200 parts per million, which means that in one bite of gluten-free pasta, you would get more gluten than in 3 servings of BiomeMedic. So there is no effect on the body, even though it appears to be a higher, point per million. The total amount is so small, the body doesn't even recognize it.
All right, well, I will leave it there because I'm not an expert at gluten sensitivity, and people will be able to decide whether they want to play with those amounts of molecules.